According to legend, the game of chess was invented in India by a brilliant mathematician as a gift to his maharaja.
I win. You must allow me to give you a reward for inventing this game. Anything? There is nothing I wouldn't give you. I command you.
Your Highness, if you insist, give me but 1 grain of wheat to put on the first square.
Is that all?
I also wish 2 grains on the second square, 4 grains on the third, 16 grains on the fourth, and so, by multiplying each new number by itself, give me enough wheat for all 64 squares.
Wheat?
And so the counting began, with 1 grain of wheat for the first square, 2 for the second, 4 for the third, 16 for the fourth, 256 for the fifth, 64,536 for the sixth. In no time at all, the first basket of wheat was empty. In fact, the number of grains needed for each succeeding square increased so rapidly that by the 10th square, the number of grains was up in the hundreds of millions. By the 20th square, the maharaja realized even his vast fields of wheat couldn't supply the necessary grain. What he didn't realize was that the mathematician had set up what is called a geometric progression. To cover all 64 squares of the chessboard would require the entire world's production of wheat for the next 2,000 years. The mathematician knew that what he'd asked for was impossible, but according to legend, he never had a chance to explain it.
According to one theory, at 0 time, the universe began with a tremendous explosion. A huge mass of high-energy gases was shattered violently. And a billion zillion particles went screaming off into the void. Hundreds of millions of years later, these ever-expanding clouds of gas and dust particles formed whirlpools, ever condensing, ever contracting. These compacted particles formed into a star. Which in turn gathered together with other stars into the huge swirling galaxies we see today. In these galaxies, stars are continuously formed, grow old, and die. Some with solar systems, some without. Our sun is a star with a solar system of 9 orbiting planets. Closest to the sun is Mercury, then Venus. Earth is third, at a distance of 93 million miles from the sun. Then comes Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and finally Pluto, over 3 billion miles away from the sun. These 9 planets, their moons and asteroids, will continue in orbit for billions of years to come. And probably long after our sun star burns itself out. What happens then is theoretical. Certainly the universe will continue. Some say it will continue to expand infinitely. Others theorize the reverse will happen, that galaxies will slow down. And finally stop. And the slow pull of gravity from the center of the universe will cause them to contract. Until finally, the galaxies become so intensely concentrated that in that instant in time, 0 time, they explode again. And other stars and other galaxies will be born anew, and other Earths and other beings will evolve again. Again, 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 again.